we are going to start the further question of 3.3. So the question number 3 is, can be a quadrilateral ABCD can be a parallelogram if there is some condition. So we have to tell by this condition if a quadrilateral can be a parallelogram or not. So first condition is angle D plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. For this condition we can see in this diagram angle D and angle B, sum of angle D and angle B is equal to 180 degree. So for this condition, can this quadrilateral be a parallelogram or not? Let's read the solution. For angle D plus angle B is equal to 180 degree, the quadrilateral ABCD may or may not be a parallelogram if sum of adjacent angle is 180 degree. That means sum of adjacent angle D and angle A. These are the adjacent angle. If the sum of these both angles are 180 degree, then this quadrilateral can be a parallelogram. And opposite sides are equal, then only it can be a parallelogram. If the opposite side, that means this side will be equal to that side and this side will be equal to that side. If the opposite sides are equal of a quadrilateral, then only it can be a parallelogram. So the second condition is AB is equal to DC. AB is equal to DC is equal to 8 cm. So the measurement of the line segments are given here. AB is equal to 8 cm and DC is equal to 8 cm. That means both are equal. And AD is equal to 4 cm and BC is equal to 4.4 cm. So if the measurement are given like this, so can be a quadrilateral be a parallelogram or not? So the solution is no, because of this side is equal to that side, but this side is not equal to that side. Here the measurement is different, here 4 cm and here 4.4 cm. That's why the opposite side AD and BC are of different lengths. That's why the quadrilateral cannot be a parallelogram. So the third condition is angle A is 70 degree, angle A is 70 degree and angle C is equal to 65 degree. So by this condition, can be a quadrilateral be a parallelogram? No, because of the opposite angles are of the different measurement. That's why the quadrilateral cannot be a parallelogram. For the parallelogram, it is very compulsory that opposite sides will have to be equal in measure. That's all for the question number 3. Question number 4, which is draw a rough figure of a quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles of a equal measure. So for this question, let us see the diagram, which is a kite. As we know that the kite has two equal angles. As you can see here, these two angles are equal in measurement, but as you can see, the area which is covered by this angle and the area which is covered by that angle is different in the measurement. So that means these both angles are equal in measurement, but these both angles are not equal in the measurement. So here quadrilateral ABCD, which is a kite, you can give a name A, B, C, D. This is a quadrilateral ABCD, which is kite, has two interior equal angles, but angle A and angle C are not equal. Angle A and angle C are not equal, so it is not a parallelogram. So let's move for the next question. Question number 5. The measurement of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio of 3:2. Find the measure of each of the angle of a parallelogram. So in this question, there is a parallelogram where the angles are in the ratio of 3:2 and we have to find the measurement of all the angles of that particular parallelogram. So the question number 5, the solution, let the measurement of two adjacent angles, angle A and angle B, of parallelogram ABCD are in the ratio of 3:2. Suppose that there is a parallelogram which is ABCD, ABCD. So this is the parallelogram, and where the ratio of the angles are in the ratio of 3:2. So let angle A is equal to 3x. If we are not knowing anything, we are letting it x in maths. So we are letting the angle be x, and here the ratio of A is 3. That's why A is equal to 3x and B is equal to 2x. As we know that sum of two adjacent angle is equal to 180 degree. Sum of two adjacent angle is equal to 180 degree, and A and B, as you can see from this diagram, A and B are the adjacent angle. That's why the sum of angle A and angle B should be 180 degree. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 180. Angle A is equal to 3x. That's why we put here 3x, and angle B is equal to 2x. So we put here 2x is equal to 180. 3x and 2x will become 5x is equal to 180. 5 is in the multiplication form with x, so it will be transferred from LHS to RHS, from multiplication to the division form, and 5 will divide the 180. So by 36 times it will be divided. So we get 36 is equal x is equal to 36 degree, the measurement of x only. Now we have to find the measurement of angles. So as you can see, angle A is equal to angle C, because by the property of opposite sides are equal in the measure. So similarly angle B is also will be equal to the angle D. So angle A is equal to angle C, and we let the angle A is equal to 3x. So angle A is equal to 3x. We have to put the value of x here. 36 will be multiplied, because 3 is in the multiplication form with x. So 36 will be multiplied with 3, and we get 108 degree. The measurement of A and C. 108 degree and 108 degree. Now similarly, A and C are equal and B and D are equal. So angle B and D are equal because these are opposite sides, and angle B we let 2x. That's why here 2x, and the value of x is equal to 36. 36 here will be multiplied with 2, and we get 72 degree. So here 72 degree. And for checking, you can add all these angles of that quadrilateral, and we get 360 degree, because the angle sum property of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. That's all the solution of the question number 5. Next question is question number 6. Here two adjacent angle of a parallelogram have equal measure. Find the measurement of each of the angle of the parallelogram. I am repeating, two adjacent angle have equal measure of a parallelogram. So let's start the solution. Two adjacent angle, suppose that there is a parallelogram and two adjacent angle having equal measure. Okay, so suppose that this is x, it will also x. So as we know that the sum of two adjacent angle is equal to 180 degree, that means this angle and this angle will become 180 degree, and it is given that in the question these both angles are equal in measure. That means it is x, so it is also x. Suppose that we are taking the name A and B, C and D. Okay, so angle A will be equal to the angle B according to the question. So according to question, angle A is equal to angle B, because the two adjacent angle are equal in measurement. And as we know that the sum of adjacent angle is 180 degree, that means these both particular angle, sum of these both particular angle will be equal to the 180 degree. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. From here, angle A is equal to angle B, A is equal to B or B is equal to A. Both are equals. That's why we are putting angle A in the place of angle B, because both are equal. So angle A plus angle A is equal to 180 degree. There are 2 times angle A, that's why it will become 2 angle A is equal to 180 degree. 2 is in the multiplication form with angle A, that's why it will be converted to the division form from LHS to RHS when it will be transferred. Now 2 will divide 180 degree, and we get angle A is equal to 90 degree. So the measurement of angle A we get 90 degree. Okay. because angle A is angle B. That's why angle B is also will be equal to the 90 degree, because both are equals. And as we know that in a quadrilateral opposite angles are equal. That's mean opposite angle A is equal to C and B is equal to D. So here angle A will be equal to the angle C and both are equal to the 90 degree. And similarly angle B is equal to the angle D and both are equal to the 90 degrees. So the parallelogram is a square which have all the angles is equal to 90 degree. So that's all the solution of the question number 6. So the next question is question number 7. Here the adjacent angle hope is a parallelogram. Find the angle, measure x, y and z. State the property you use to find them. So in this question there is a diagram given just beside of the question, which is quadrilateral HOPE hope. So in this quadrilateral some measurement of angles are given here, as you can see in the figure, and now we have to find the value of x, y and z. So firstly, from the given figure, angle y is equal to 40 degree. Angle y is equal to 40 degree because it is a alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. What is an alternate interior angle? I told you before that alternate means just different side and different line segments. That means angle y is made on this line segment and angle 40 is made on this line segment. Y is on the right hand side and 40 is on the left hand side. That's why it is a alternate, and both angles are inside of the quadrilateral. That's why it is interior angle. So alternate interior angle are equal in the measurement. So angle y is equal to angle 40. Now you have to just focus here, angle 40 and angle z. These both angles are part of that angle. Okay, so when we combine 40 degree and this angle z, it will become this total angle. That means combination of both these angles z plus 40 is equal to the 70 degree because it is corresponding angle. Corresponding angle means one angle which is outside of the diagram and one angle is inside of the diagram, and both angles are on the same side but on the different line segment. This is called corresponding angle. So corresponding angles are equal in the measurement. That's why z plus 40 is equal to 70 degree. Now 40 will be transferred from LHS to RHS, from positive to negative integer, and will be subtracted from 70. So we get z is equal to 30 degree. We get z is equal to 30 degree and y is equal to 40 degree. Now x plus 40 plus z is equal to 180. Just see that this total angle and this angle are adjacent angle. They are just beside of each other. So this angle, this total one, and this one is the adjacent angle. That means sum of two adjacent angle will be equal to the 180 degree. So first angle is x here, plus second angle which is 40 plus z. Combination of both these small angles will become a bigger angle, which is you can see here. So 40 plus z is a combination of a angle, and second one is angle z. Sum of both these angle will be 180 degree because these are the adjacent angle, and adjacent angle are supplementary. Now we have to put the value of angle z, which is 30 degree. So we put the value of z, which is 30 degree, and the sum of 40 and the rest things are repeated. 40 and 70 will become 40 and 30 will become 70 is equal to 180 degree. Now 70 will be transferred from LHS to RHS, positive to negative integer, and subtracted from 180. We get 110. The measurement of angle x. So the measurement of angle x is 110. Hence x is equal to 110 degree, y is equal to 40 degree, and z is equal to 30 degree. So that's all the solution of the question number 7. As we are going through the solution of the each and every exercise and with the each and every solution, but one thing I want to remind you that you have to solve each and every question by yourself as well. You have to do the practice at home. Solve each and every question as many as times you can, and try to solve by yourself the further next questions. So till then, have a good day.